the One Big Beautiful Bill, BBB Act. By now, I'm sure you heard of that. It passed. It just passed yesterday. Donald Trump said this is one of the biggest gifts he wants to give to Americans. Do you know what other changes? How that will impact you and your tax return this and the following years? Hi, welcome back to Tax-Exempt Millionaire Club. I'm your host, Jane. I want to add this video to the channel so you can have some clear understanding of some of the biggest changes in this bill. This is the most significant tax bill since that Tax Cut and Job Act back in 2017. Let's take a look. There are 900 pages of changes. I picked up 10 of them. I think it applies to a lot of us, the investors, the average Americans. There are many more, which I will not have time to cover in this video. But a quick disclaimer, I'm not a tax attorney, not a CPA, not a financial advisor. I am licensed life insurance agent in multiple states. Let's get this started. The 10 changes I picked from all those changes, which I think it will impact a lot of us. Let's take a look. What are they and how that will change your 2025 tax return and onward? Let's go one by one. First, permanently lower the individual tax bracket. Remember those pre-Tax Cut and Job Act? I listed the pre-Tax Cut and Job Act. Those are the tax rate up to almost 40%. Right now, with the BBB passed, it will permanently stay and everyone will enjoy the 10% all the way to 37%. The bracket will be 10, 12, 22, 24, 32, 35, and 37. Those are the lower bracket and they will stay permanently. Second, standard deduction. IRS every year gives you the standard deduction. The amount of standard deduction is permanently increased and further boosted for tax year 2025 to 2028. That means each year that number will be changed and based on the inflation. Right now, for 2025, the standard deduction amount for single filer, 15,750. Married filing jointly, 31,500. That is a significant number. And remember, it will be further boosted, so you will see a gradual change based on the inflation each year between 2025 to 2028. Number three, enhanced child tax credit. Families with children, I know I'm taking advantage of this child tax credit. Although it did not make it permanent, it gets a temporary boost, which is 2025, 26, 27, 28. Those 4 years, family can claim 2,500 per qualifying child. And then it dropped back to 2,000. And for this credit, as many of the credit, they are phased out for high income earners gradually until it will be completely phased out. But at least now, if you qualify, we know the next 4 years is 2,500 per kid. Remember, that is a tax credit. We don't have time to go in detail for tax credit versus tax deduction. I'll probably do a quick video for that particular topic and reference. So basically, this is the tax credit. Just say this year, after you do the gross income, adjusted gross income, and then your taxable income, then your tax for that year you need to pay. Just say this 20,000. If you have two kids, that's 5,000. You minus the 5,000 from your tax. That's significant compared to a tax deductions. We will not go into detail for this video, but we will talk about that in detail in another separate video. Change number 4, the SALT, SALT. Those are the federal deductions used for the state and local tax. It includes the property tax, which sometimes can be a significant portion of the tax burden. I remember when I lived in Long Island, that single family, before we moved out, we are paying almost 20,000 each year. That was capped at 10,000. So just say if you pay state tax, local tax, all added together 30,000, you can only deduct 10,000. But for this BBB Act, we actually see a significant increase for the SALT deduction. It is increased permanently to 40,000 for married filed jointly and 20,000 for those filed separately. Plus, there's a 1% increase till 2033. Next one, no tax on tips and overtime. I know a lot of people are waiting for this one. I know Trump promised about the tip income and then overtime income. So this is something unique. For certain workers, they earn tips and they have overtime income. They will not be taxed for a limited period starting 2025. This provision will provide significant relief for those service industry workers and those who work regularly overtime. We all know the overtime pay tax differently, so you have significant tax burden even you work overtime. Basically, right now, this BBB will allow individuals to deduct up to 12,500 for overtime pay each year. And then for those fine joint returns, the limit is 25,000 per year. Change number 6, bonus depreciation. This is a huge one. We all know it started phasing out. Right now, 2025, it was 40% for the bonus depreciation. 2026, 20%. And then 2027, 0%. This will completely phase out. But with this new act, it's restored. It's immediately restored. It's actually restored and extended through 2029. All 100% bonus depreciation. I'm sure those companies who provide the bonus depreciation services will be very, very happy to see this one pass and then it's extended all the way till 2029. The next change, Section 179. I've heard of this section before. I know it's related to heavy equipment, vehicles, but I don't really know much. So I drilled down a little bit. It says this is a provision of the US IRC code, and it allows business to immediately deduct the full purchase price of qualified equipment, vehicles, software, purchase, or finance during the tax year, rather than depreciate those assets over several years. And the limit is up to 1 million, which it could be a significant tax break for those companies who will use heavy machinery, who want to have company vehicles. It could be a good tax planning right there for businesses. The next one, 1099K and contractor reporting. This was increased from $600 per year to $2,000. So it gives a little break for those people. And then there's always administrative burdens for those businesses and contractors. The next change, number 9, MAGA accounts, also called Trump account, money account for gross advancement. This is something new. Basically, the IRS now allows you for any kid under 18, the family can contribute up to 5,000 per kid for that year. It's tax-exempt account. I'm sure there's rules or regulations about this new account, which I encourage everybody to go read it. If you do it right way, the gross is tax-free, and then when you withdraw and start using the money, it's also tax-free. but it has to be eligible expenses. In addition, 2025 to 2028, every newborn will be eligible for a one-time 1,000 tax credit, federal tax credit. We mentioned tax credit is always much better than tax deductions. So that's something new. And I look forward to really dig in and know exactly what this mega accounts and how I could use that in my household.
The change number 10 is removed due to incorrect information. My apology.
In summary, there's many other changes which I did not get chance to cover. Some related to elder people, Medicare, some related to the QBI, which will stay, and something related to electric cars, etc. I picked up those changes and want to give you some idea and think about what you could start to plan the next couple of years and then maybe many years down the road with your tax strategies to really change the trajectory of the finance of yourself or your household. So that's it. That's some of the breakdowns I pulled from the 900 pages and some of the key changes I think will be important for everybody to know. We were celebrating the permanent lower tax break, the additional tax deductions, new Trump account, or the additional tax credit. Remember, tax laws and tax codes are complex. I really encourage you to talk to professionals, tax attorneys, financial advisors, the CPA to get professional advice. What will be the best for you? The tax impact for your tax return because of the BBB Act. Thanks for watching another episode of Tax-Exempt Millionaire Club. Please consider to join my school community. Don't forget to subscribe and put some comments below. Robert Kiyosaki said, the richest are not working for the money. They're working for tax incentives. The game is about taking all the tax incentive we could get and magnify it, be consistent, having that compound effect working for you. Let's study and talk to the professionals and figure out what tax incentives we could take and start accumulating our tax exempt wealth. Until next time, bye.